Guys, before watching this tutorial, make sure you can solve the first two layers on a 3x3 and make the yellow cross. So, and if you don't know how to get to this point, then I have a video tutorial, so just click my picture, you'll go to my channel, and you can look through, and eventually you'll find a tutorial on how to solve this thing. But anyway, let's get started. So the first step into solving your megamix is to make a white star, which is basically the same as a 3x3 where you make the right gloss, except for there's 5, so it's like the white star. So you start by looking for edge pieces out of white stickers like here, and then I matched it up and I put it between that, and so it's between the two correct centers. And just repeat that process for the other ones. I have one that's right here. I have to match it up to the blue one. I turned it twice. It's over here, so I turn it until it matches up with the white face. This yellow one, it's all the way over here, and the yellow's over here. So I turn it twice, leading it to the orange face, then turning that twice, leading it to here, and then moving it up to the right spot. So I'm just gonna do it for the red one. Or you might have this case where you have a flipped edge. In this case, hold it in the right face and move the right face 90 degrees toward you. Move the top face 90 degrees toward you. Rotate the front face to the left, and then rotate the top away from you. At this point, you should have your little star. On to the next step. The next step is to make this bottom white layer, which is the same as the 3x3 makes this bottom layer right here. So you just look for corner pieces that have white stickers, and then you focus on both of them. Turn it until it matches up with the same color. And if it's on the right, do the right trigger. It'll be in its spot. And if it goes in the left, like I actually do here, then do the left trigger. So after doing that, just do it for the other pieces. But you might have this case where you have one that's right here, and you need to get it to like the spot where it needs to do it. In this case, you put it opposite the non-white sticker that you want to, like that, and then move the right 90 degrees away from you, move the top twice toward you, move the right face toward you, and then it will just be easy. And so yeah. But there's another case that can happen where you have one that's on the bottom. Don't twist the corner, because then you won't be able to solve the cube. In this, if it's for me on if it's on the left, so I'll do the left trigger, and then it's easy. But if it's on the right, which I don't have, then do the right trigger and then solve it as you normally would. And you have this entire layer. On to the next step. The next step is to solve the second layer. It's basically the same idea as this one. So I found a piece that goes right here. So this edge right here has to go right here. So I turn it until it matches up. But the yellow center is over here, so I actually have to turn it up to the yellow one, and then so it matches the right. So I'm going to move it to the left and do the right trigger. I've displaced this white sticker, so I'm going to use the sticker beside it, blue, to actually match it until it's on the blue center, like shown, and then put it back in. Once you're done with that, you should have it in its slot. So you now have to repeat this process for edges that go in the second layer. So for example, this one right here. So I have to do that, and right trigger, I just place it again, match it up, put it back, and it's solved. So just repeat this process for ones that go in the second layer, and those colors are red, blue, yellow, purple, green. So just look for edge pieces with both of those colors, two of those colors on it, like this one right here. And then just so. And this is something I had gotten. It matches the left, so I'm gonna move the top to the right, do the left trigger, fix the displaced white sticker, and it's in its place. So I'm just gonna do this over until they're all solved. Like I just solved this one right here. So I can't. So my last stage is over here. It's gonna turn it until it does that, and now it's matched up. But the yellow center is over here, so I have to do this, and then just just do like what you normally would to put the edge in, and it'll be solved. On to the next step. The next step is to make this 2-second layer, which is basically like solving for these faces and then making the 2 layers around them, and repeat that process for all of the other sides that face yellow until everything but the top layer that I'm touching right here is solved. So you start by making any color star without messing up the 2 layers we already have. I'm going to start with yellow. So this one is a slaughter routing, but I'll show it for the other one. So the edge is over here, and it has to be right here. How do I move it? So I obviously turn that twice so that it's right here, and then turn it twice until it matches up. And the next part is inserting the corners. So you find a corner piece with the color you're solving with, and it's basically the same process as the white one. Just insert the corners, have one on the top, and now it's fixed. My last corner is right here, and it needs to go here. I do that now. All I need to do is just get these 2 layers around it. So one of them, for example, is one of, one second. So, this edge, it's in the middle layer. If you want to get this edge in its slot and it's already in the middle layer, do a left or right trigger, taking the edge out to the top layer but displacing a solved sticker, and then moving the sticker back, and it'll be out, so you can just solve it like how you normally would. So just do it for all the other, for these 4 colors, for these 4 colors around it. And so another edge right here. I moved to turn that twice, and oh, it doesn't go in the layer. So a different one. So there's just 2 edges. This one, match it up, move it down, do the left trigger because it goes on the left, match this up, and put it back until this. And so you just look for the edge that goes here that has orange and purple. Look around the cube until you find that edge piece. Turn it until it matches up without messing up the other stuff that you already have, and then just insert it in the middle layer like you normally would. And the 2 layers around yellow are solved. Blue next. I'm going to skip ahead because it's going to be the exact same. Alright, skipped ahead. Now, the red face. Okay. Alright, so after you have this face and the 2 layers around it and and 3 other faces around it, which in my case are these 3. And then, now for the next 2, it's actually a little bit different. So you start by finding these 2 edges that go here. I have that. Now look for the edge that goes there. It's that one. Turn it until the spot where it has to go, in this case is right here, is in the slot, and then you move it in, and it will be solved. Now the corner piece I had a lot of trouble with all the other times, so this might take a while. So you just put it where you need, and like you can just do what you need. You know, until the corner is in its slot. Now you might have to keep taking it out, and you have to twist it. Just twist it correctly. Like that. And so then you have this block, and then you solve the sides as normal, as you normally would. And after inserting a piece, you don't have to go straight to the other piece. You could actually just go straight to looking for the piece that goes there, and then just doing what you normally would do to get in its slot right afterwards, like that, and this piece is not inserted. And I have one at the bottom that didn't mess anything up. Insert it like normal, and then I have this edge, swipe this edge, and do that. Move it back in there. Alright, on to the next step. The next step is to create a gray star on the top face, and when you're done, you should have something that's kind of like equivalent to the yellow cross on a 3x3. So if you have one, turn it until it is right here, and then that will be equivalent to 0 edges still solved within a 3x3, and then you use the same algorithm. But it goes and I'm going to show the moves to you. F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. And if you have 2 such that they form a line, turn it until there's a piece right here, and the other 2 are right there, and perform the same algorithm. F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. And if you have 3 that they're all touching, like that, turn it until, turn your top face until there's 2 pieces right here and 1 right there. That's equivalent to the 9 and 12 positions on a clock in a 3x3, and perform the same algorithm. F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. At this point, you should have a gray star. On to the next step. The next step is to solve the entire gray face of the cube. So you start by looking at how many corner pieces you have. It doesn't matter, but you hold a corner piece until and that is in the right position. So it's in upper left hand corner of the right face, and if it's on the right, do R prime D prime R D twice, and if it's facing the front, like this one, just do it 4 times. So I have one on the right, did it twice, it's in the right slot, turn it again, it's in the right slot, and so I got the last corner right here, but if I do, it will mess everything up, so I'm just going to twist it. And because I didn't actually have to do the next step, which is to get all these edges, the algorithm for swapping them around is R2, U2, R2 prime, U, R2, U2, R2 prime, and so there are the cases you can get one solved, 2 solved, away from each other, and two solved acing each other. Acing each other just to put it so that one of them is over here and do the same algorithm. If one is solved, face it in the front of you and do the same algorithm. And if you have the two like opposite each other solved, hold it so that one's right here and the other's right there and do the same algorithm. On to the next step. The next step is to cycle around all of these corners. And when you're done, in this step, I will actually solve the cube. So you start by taking one gray piece out by doing the first three moves of the algorithm in that one step where it was like, I think it was like, I can't remember, but then do the first three moves for that, and then move it until it moves where it needs to go. So like, for example, this one has green and pink. It needs to go here. I turn it until this piece is right here, and then I do the first three moves of the algorithm to put it in. Now I have that. And so it actually goes here, so I do that. Place it in, move it back, and then for the last corner, and this last corner, it will actually solve the megamix. So you move it in. Oh no, that messed everything up. Oh god. So I have that. Do the algorithm. I have it. In the comics, Wanda's twins are imaginary, so when she stops thinking about them, they disappear. But I doubt if that's what's happening here. I don't think Disney Plus would end their flagship Marvel show by committing child murder. So let's talk about Agatha's creepy-ass serial killer basement. Look past the obvious Patrick Bateman plastic sheet. When she enters the basement, the aspect ratio shifts to widescreen. So this is when I actually get to show you the thing. So I have two solved, and they're like that. So I hold them like this, and R2, U2, R2 prime, U, R2, U2, R2 prime. Now I have it again, so I do the algorithm again. Now I have all of them positioned. So back on to the corner positioning ones. Take that out, it needs to go here. Put that. So this one, it has 10 and light blue. That goes right here. Turn it till it's right here. Move it until it's in the right slot. And I'm moving it back because it just makes it easier to detect for the corners. There's these two. So it goes right here. This could very much imply that Agatha is draining her energy to open this book. So here's a fun connection to Dr. Strange. And out of that, now this one needs to go here. Notice that there's a book missing from that section. And this one needs to go here. And at this point, you should have your megamix solved. Thanks for watching this tutorial on how to solve the megamix, and I hope you look forward to getting this. I've only timed myself twice on solving this thing, and my time just went, and both of them just went like over 1,000 seconds. Bye!